So since we're still around 3 months away from E3 2018, where I'm assuming we'll at least see some sort of look at Halo 6, today I just want to talk about some of my favorite Halo trailers of all time, in a more casual, not descriptive video, just kind of discussing what some of my favorites are, and why they are. And here I'm mainly going to focus on the cinematic or live action trailers, not as much gameplay demos or that kind of thing, and it's just pretty cool going back and watching those original Halo 1, Halo 2 trailers today, as it is cool seeing how much the series has changed, but for Halo 1 and Halo 2 there's not as much trailer-wise for me to talk about, as I didn't really have a huge connection to those games personally, but after 2004, 2005, kind of that era, there were many great trailers in the Halo franchise that I really appreciated. Starting with the Halo 3 announcement trailer, this was released at E3 2006, and I wasn't an avid fan at the time. I could really only imagine what the reaction was, but it's just so simple. Cortana in the beginning is great, it's iconic, Master Chief looks great, even though he's not as green as he probably ends up looking in the game. Whatever, essentially it's just that cutscene from the Storm in Halo 3, where Chief and Arby are watching the portal to the Ark open up, and the music starts to kick in. This is the hour, and it's awesome, and like I said, just so simple, and I love when the 3 appears, the trumpets, and it's awesome, and I love it. I can't say enough about it. It's super nostalgic, and it's great. I love it. Another super nostalgic and iconic Halo 3 trailer is going to be the Starry Night trailer, which is probably one of the most iconic Halo trailers, if not the most iconic Halo trailers of all time. It starts with Chief just kind of as a kid looking up at the sky, and then like the reveal trailer, it's just so simple. The first person view is cool, and then Chief just puts down the bubble shield, starts sprinting. I don't really even need to describe this to you guys, as you've probably already seen it, as like I said, it is so iconic and so well done, and it's like I said, it's one of the most popular Halo ads ever created, so clearly it did something right. And another Halo ad that is really unique to me and has a special place in my heart is the Halo 3 Believe trailer, which is one of the most unique video game trailers, let alone one of the most unique Halo trailers I've ever seen. It's kind of all part of this diorama of a battlefield. Again, the music is fantastic, and most of the trailer is just kind of watching the diorama go around, and just looking at the pure amount of detail is crazy. And when you kind of finally see the entire shot with Chief in it, then the plasma grenade glows, and Chief bobs his head with a glare, and I love it. And it's just so cool with the sudden and abrupt ending with the words Believe, and that's it. That's all you needed. That's all you needed to convince people that you're finishing the fight. Halo 3 is going to be masterfully done, and that's about it. It's just beautifully done, and a big surprise to me when I first saw it, and really just all of Halo 3's marketing was incredible across the board. Kind of transitioning away from Halo 3, I'm going to move on to Halo 3 ODST, as there was one really well-known trailer to that game, and it's the We Are ODST trailer, which is the live-action kind of ODST trailer. And really the thing that's great about this is just the tone is great, it's accurate to the game. I love that it's in live action, as it kind of really shows the grittiness of it. It shows the process of just becoming an ODST, and it really is just surprisingly deep and covers a lot for a 2.5-minute trailer. The dark shapy cam footage of them actually training is cool, and then transitioning to them actually becoming ODSTs, and since like I said the live action looks amazing, and it's just such an accurate feeling to what it would be like to be an ODST in real life, and actually scary watching the other ODSTs just disappear, getting Banshee bombed, and all the Covenant enemies and vehicles look great, and just feels unique, and it's definitely one of the best video game trailers ever made, and it manages to tell a gritty, somber story, and it's just great and pretty accurate marketing to what the final game ended up being. And similar to gritty and somber stories, Halo Reach also had one trailer that I'm sure you guys have probably seen, and is one of my favorites of all time. Again, the live action aspect is just great. I am of course talking about the Halo Reach Deliver Hope trailer, and once again the music is just great, and it's just filmed really well and super appealing. Kind of seeing the story of how Kat lost her arm, and also giving some context to what Noble Team is and what they've kind of been through going into the game, and also just adding on to the depressing nature of Reach and all that stuff, and just, you know, Reach is gonna die, that's about it, you just have to deal with it, and just dealing with all that grittiness and somberness and sadness, and I just really enjoy this trailer. Seeing Tom's death is good, and it's just really emotional and awesome, and overall just a great piece of marketing that I know really stands out to a lot of people, including myself. Okay, so don't get mad as we start moving into the more controversial games. Now we're getting into the ones that I really remember on a personal level, and for me are just a really big deal, starting with the Halo 4 reveal trailer. I remember watching this for the first time, and just pure hype was the only thing on my mind. I know others really felt the same, obviously, since it'd be the first time we saw Chief in 5 years, which was a huge deal. And I love the way it starts with the Cortana narration, and again, not much really happens, it's just the kind of teaser announced trailer, as it's just Chief running through the forward onto Dawn as it explodes, but I specifically remember being really interested when he grabs the sticky detonator, and the fact that it's all made to look like one shot really stands out as it starts going into Requiem, and it's just an effective, simple trailer that finally revealed Halo 4, and I remember being so excited after I watched this. I immediately changed my desktop background to wallpaper they also announced that day, and it was just so cool, and I love it. And really Halo 4's marketing I also really enjoyed, because it was really one I had a personal attachment to. Similar to that, in my opinion, is just one of the coolest Halo trailers ever made. Is going to be the Halo 4 Scan trailer, and visually it's just always really stood out to me. Also, like I said, there's a lot of mystery to it. You don't really know what's happening with the Didact and Chief. He's being held by the Didact, who looks awesome by the way, and similar to Starry Night, it shows Chief as a kid, just kind of going through the process of becoming a Spartan, which we'd never really seen kind of on a screen. We'd seen it in Halo Reach stuff, and we've seen it in the comics and the books and that kind of thing, but we'd never really seen it in a game through flashbacks. So that was cool that even though this wasn't in a game, it was in a trailer. It was just kind of scary, showing off all the scars, which was like kind of scary to me at the time, and then just as awesome when he starts fighting the knights, and just visually it looks really appealing and I love it, and overall it's just definitely one of my favorites, and it's just awesome, extremely well made, interesting, and a great trailer to get you hyped for Halo 4, no matter how you feel about the ending product. So next is going to be the Halo 2 Anniversary Cinematic trailer, which we got this around a month after the MCC got revealed, and I don't think there had ever been a Halo trailer where I was as speechless and just in awe of what I was seeing. I'd never actually up to that point seen any of Blur's work before. I'd only seen some of the Halo 2 cutscenes, but really just not much to say. I was completely blown away and shocked how good all the cutscenes looked. The trailer's actually pretty short. It's like when you take away like all the ending stuff, it's really only like 40 seconds I think, but I was just completely blown away and just shocked about how everything good looked. And especially seeing what Chief looked like for the first time with that Mark 6 armor and the beautiful, beautiful cutscenes, it was absolutely amazing. And the great thing about this trailer is I can still watch today and still be amazed by how good and detailed the cutscenes are. And similar to Halo the Master Chief Collection is going to be the Halo Master Chief Collection announcement trailer, which really isn't anything at this point. Like, I remember watching this at E3 2014, and when this trailer came on, I was so excited. At this point, no one really knew what to expect. I remember hearing rumors of a Master Chief Collection, but that was about it. But everyone was kind of expecting Halo 5, and then when we get that one cutscene of Chief giving the Covenant back their bomb, we were like, oh man, that's Halo 2 Anniversary. I remember turning to my friend and specifically saying, like, this is it, we're getting a Halo 2 Anniversary, it's gonna happen. And then with the Arbiter's narration and then Locke watching him, it was like, wait, is it gonna tie into Halo 5 somehow? What's happening? And then one of my favorite parts is also when Locke passes the screens of all the Chiefs throughout all the different games. It's got the great music, and then also just kind of confirmed that Locke and the Arbiter would be working together to presumably find Chief sometime in the near future. So yeah, not as flashy as kind of the other trailers, but just cool, and it really got me excited for all the Halo games that would be coming to Xbox One, regardless of what, if they're going to be the Master Chief Collection, Halo 5, Halo Xbox One, because we thought that was a game, whatever. Just, it really got me excited for the future of Halo on this console. So kind of the next couple trailers I'm just going to group together as they're all from Halo 5. So Halo 5 had some awesome trailers, as I'm sure you guys know, and really just an awesome marketing campaign with Hunt the Truth. It was so unique, so cool, and I was so excited. Now obviously, it was all a giant lie, but, you know, whatever, we can look back on them and be excited. And rewatching the trailers today does just kind of make me depressed and mad, just what happened. First I'm going to start off with the two live-action trailers that kind of go together. I don't think they even have a title, but, you know, it's the ones where the first one follows Locke talking to Chief about to kill him, you know, the oh, hail the conquering hero, you know, that whole thing. And then vice versa for the second one. Both of their speeches were great, and I personally really enjoyed it. I remember watching The Walking Dead when that came on, and then when the trailers came on, I was just blown away. I love listening to both of their juicy voices. It was really satisfying, and they were just so full of intrigue, and I remember being so excited about how Chief and Locke were going to fight, and their conflicting kind of ideologies, you know, that whole thing. But no, Halo 5 happened, so rip. The second trailer was the official, or the unofficial, live-action story trailer, which at this time, this was one of the most interesting trailers in the series. We'd had trailers up to that point that were really similar to this, but this one I just really enjoyed more, and further encouraged the idea that Chief had completely turned on humanity, and it follows him running through a city as it's being destroyed, and it's watching him run past people that were hurt, and let all these people die. It just got me so excited about how Chief would act in Halo 5, how he had changed, what had happened to him in the time between Halo 4 and Halo 5 that had turned him this way. But no, you know, we obviously didn't get that. Then seeing Blue Team help him out and all of them together in a live-action setting again was awesome, since we'd only really ever seen that in Forward Unto Dawn, which I loved, but it was cool getting them in their kind of Halo 5 armor, and same with Osiris getting ready to hunt him down, and was just so ready to explore all the awesome new things in a Halo 5 story. But no, Halo 5's marketing was a complete lie, which really sucks. Nevertheless, that doesn't take, well, it does kind of take away stuff from the trailer, but you can still watch them today, and you'll probably get really nostalgic, at least I know I did, just remembering how awesome I felt after I watched them, and just how excited I was to play Halo 5 story. And I'm finally going to end on the most recent Halo game, and the E3 trailer when it got revealed was awesome, and I am of course talking about the Halo Wars 2. Not the announced trailer, because we'd already gotten that like a month earlier, but you know, the main E3 cinematic trailer. Visually it looks great, and one of the best things is kind of seeing the traditionalist Marine art style, and seeing the Banished art style kind of come together, and just watching them interact with each other and kind of conflict was awesome, and just the slow-mo destruction is awesome with Cutter and Atriox walking towards the center, and obviously the music is probably the best thing about this trailer that definitely stands out, and has been really memorable over the last 2 years, and it's just a stunning, epic trailer that beautifully shows off all the elements of Halo Wars 2. So that's about all I have to say for the Halo trailers. Again, pretty much all the trailers for all the Halo games really got me excited, and the Cloak Chief trailer, the Halo Xbox One trailer from E3 all the way back in E3 2013, was really close to making it on this list. I didn't want this to just drag on too long, but I figured that was kind of a given. You know, we still don't really know what's up with that. Either way, I'll hopefully have another trailer to add to this list after this year's E3 this June, so don't forget to tell me in the comments below what you guys' favorite Halo trailers are. If you have a couple, just list them down below. If you only have one, tell me in the comments below, and tell me what you thought of like the ones that I had chose, and if you really want to tell me, talk about the ones that Halo CE, Halo 2 trailers, if you have a personal connection to those games, the anticipation that led up to them. Since I didn't, just don't forget to tell me all that stuff in the comments down below, and thanks for watching, Majestic Gaming.